I started in Budapest. I spent 4 years in the Hungarian film school, and when we finished that, I spent 1 year of doing all sorts of things like being an assistant cameraman, operator, did a couple of short subjects. Then came the revolution. I left to go to America, but I started a new life for me. 10 years later, I came back where I used to be in Hungary when I was working in the film studio already, and I started a totally new life. I had to learn everything, from scratch basically, because movies in Hollywood were made differently. And in a way, actually, it was maybe interesting that I didn't really learn exactly the way Hollywood used to work in those days, but I could do something better because I brought my European traditions of filmmaking, which was totally different than the American movies were in those days. And luckily, the European films started to be very popular in those days, actually. Those were the 60s I'm talking about, where, in Italy they had the neo-realism, in France you have the Nouvelle Vague, and in Hollywood something started, which turned out it became the American Nouvelle Vague, which means that we were making movies in a totally different way as they used to make them. And I came to Hollywood at the right time when independent filmmakers took over, young new filmmakers, like Robert Altman, Steven Spielberg, and many, many other people, Brian De Palma, who were looking for new cinematographers who did something differently than the past was doing in Hollywood. And that was our luck with Laszlo Kovács, who we emigrated together to the United States. And we were helping each other from the very beginning to get jobs. And then after 10 years, got there, around almost the late 60s, we started to make some of the most interesting, exciting new movies made with independent filmmakers.